Well, there's an introduction. It seems to be a good audience today. I'm impressed. Okay, so have you all had a cocktail? Why not? This is free. I'm going to talk to you today about my Christmas turkey. I got an invitation to do the World Congress again, and I jumped at it. I love coming here. But I had nothing really to talk about. You've heard about my player types. Not much else to talk about for me. There's some research I could be talking about, but it's all been published. Not exciting. But Christmas is around the corner. My wife's already started doing the shopping. Every year, I buy my Christmas turkey, my wife buys our Christmas turkey, from this shop. Doesn't look like that. Ours is bigger. We have to feed more people. But it's always from this man, Graham Turner. Handsome devil of a fella, that guy. But every year, and we've been doing it for a long time now, we've always gone back to him. And I was trying to work out why. I was trying to work out what made me and my family loyal to this man. And it's a question we have to ask ourselves a lot in gamification. Anyone who came to my workshop knows I ask the question why quite a lot. Why do you want it? No, really, why do you want it? No, not a game. Why do you want what I can give you? So I asked, why am I loyal to him? When we make a purchasing decision, when we go to buy something, we tend to go through a process. As we found out from Anne, men and women go through different processes, but generally speaking, they work around value and service. Is it convenient? Is the price good? Is the quality good? That's kind of our value. And then service. So I thought I'd break down why I use Turner's and see if I could figure it out and kind of be a bit more scientific about it. So I looked at convenience. Was Turner's more convenient for me? Did it offer a delivery service? Was it closer? Well, this is where I live. My house is a tiny bit bigger than that. Has more doors and windows. But Turner's is 4 kilometers away. We actually have a butcher's half a kilometer away. But I don't use that one for reasons I won't go into, so I ignored that one. And had a look at our convenience store, Co-op. Any UK people here know the brand. And 3 kilometers away, Tesco's. So there are 2 shops that do turkeys, they do food, they do all the sorts of things you'd need for Christmas, and they're both much closer. So it wasn't really convenient. It doesn't score well on convenience. So I looked at price. Was it cheaper in some way? Was Turner's Did it cost me less to purchase from them? Now, anyone from the UK who has a local butcher's knows the answer to that is no. It's definitely not cheaper. It's a lot more expensive. So things aren't looking good for poor old Graham here. What about quality? Now, supermarkets and convenience stores and superstores, you always assume they have a lower quality, because normally they do. A local butcher's, Graham Turner, the quality of the product was far superior. So quality, definitely a key. Brilliant. We're starting to get somewhere. Service. So we've gone through our value proposition. Then I wanted to look at service. Now, who here has been to a superstore, a supermarket, a convenience store, and has felt at the end of it, my God, the girl behind the till or the man behind the till, he was really excited about his job. He didn't just go, meep, 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 meep. You all had that experience at a superstore? Yeah? Yeah. Not with Graham. Not with this man here. Just again, look at him. Tie, shirt. This wasn't just for a photograph. This is how he dresses. This is how all the people who work for him dress. He's got a tie on. He's always smart. He calls you sir. He calls you madam if you happen to be that way inclined. The quality of service of going there, unprecedented compared to other options in the high street. So I thought, that's it. It's quality and it's service. That's why Graham is better. He is obviously the winner on those. But wait. Tesco had a secret weapon. They've got a club card. Now that must mean I'm loyal to them because I use the club card. We've already been told that the average American has 21 loyalty cards, so maybe not so loyal. But I thought, no, I'll be fair. They've gone to the effort. We'll give them a booster. I'll add a little bit more for their service on the club card, just be fair, be even. But still, I think Graham's winning. He's got 2 10s. Now, you see, Turner's, in red, isn't actually as high as Tesco still. So on all of my things that I thought would make me loyal, Tesco's still winning, really. And this bothered me. I couldn't really get my head around why on earth the shop that I don't actually use, that I didn't think I was loyal to, is scoring higher for me on my loyalty tests. Trust. I'd forgotten trust. Trust is really important. And it's something we forget about, in gamification especially. And you won't hear that G word much today from me. You've heard it from everyone else, not from me. The problem is we forget about trust because we assume people either trust us or they think we trust them. So I thought about it, and co-op, I kind of trust them. You never really know where the meats come from, but you kind of assume it's at least safe to eat. Turner's, they use local butchers. If they can't use a local butcher, they tell you where it's come from. Quality of the meat, I trust where it's come from. If they say that it's free range, it really did live in a field and eat corn, hand-fed by the farmer. They don't use clever terminology or clever titles or clever packaging to make you feel like it's some kind of free range thing. So definitely trust for Turner's. Tesco. Now, I've been told by my legal department I need to make a little statement here. This is my personal experience, my personal opinion, which is very important when I click on this slide. Now, you see, in my village, they decided that what we really needed in our village was a Tesco. And it needed to be on the corner, near a roundabout, where there was a very, very limited road system. We have a local butcher's, we have a local hardware store, man in the front there runs that. We've got a local shop, we've got all sorts of things local to us. And all of them would have died because of this big superstore. Every place in England had a similar story. And it's not just Tesco, all of them do it. But we all objected to it, and then they overturned the objection. Even the council objected to it. They went higher than the council, and they got permission. So I'll be honest, trust got a tiny bit biased with me there. So I thought, well, I can't really use -10 in my equations here. So I thought I'll swap to a different superstore, one that we started using instead. So I threw in Asda. Now, they are pretty much the same. They offer delivery service. They've got the same sort of quality meats. They've got the same kind of staff. Meep, meep, meep. But interestingly, and this is quite, I like this, they don't have a loyalty card. And they made this statement on a blog last year. No club card, no gimmicks, just lower prices every day. I actually quite like that. That's honest. They're not following the herd. But the question was still, is Turner's better? Kind of, at this point. He's kind of Graham's crept into the lead a bit, but it's still not big. I was hoping to see some really obvious evidence why I was loyal. So I kept asking, why Graham? And then it struck me. Me. I'm loyal to Graham because of me. You see, loyalty is a really weird thing. Real loyalty is a very weird thing. And it's not about the money. The money. It's not about club cards. It's not about the loyalty cards and all that sort of thing. It's not even about the service or the quality or anything like that. What do you think it's about? Go on, somebody. About what, sorry? Identity? Yeah. Users? Good. So what was that, Anne? How it makes me feel? Yeah, it comes under service, I think, for me. Personal gateway. There's a good phrase. It's about all of that. It's about value, it's about trust, it's about service. But importantly, it's about me. It's about putting me at the center of the experience. See, I told you there's a point here somewhere. If you forget to put the user in the middle of the experience and build it round the user, you aren't going to breed loyalty. You can have the most fancy loyalty scheme on earth. You could offer them all the money in the world, but as soon as somebody else offered something cheaper or something more convenient, they'll run to them. Once you've got that, you can do gamification. It's like a house. The foundations have to be there. It's a relationship. If you look at an employment, the company you work for, you have to feel valued by them and that you add value. You have to trust them and feel that they trust you. Service could just be how you're treated if you look at companies. You have to be treated well, and in return, you treat them well. True loyalty is like true love. It's irrational, hard to find, and needs constant effort. And in fact, in addition to that, it needs constant effort to maintain. Not just about the single. Anyone who's married, especially the men here, will know a phrase similar to this. It's not about the big gestures that you do once every 6 months or every 6 years. It's about the maintained effort. Yeah? There's a few chuckles here from the ladies in the room and a few sheepish-looking men. So every year, I get the Christmas turkey that I love from the shop that I love. And I would go to Graham Turner's if they moved to the moon, rather than go to my local convenience store. I'm afraid, Bart, that's your lot.